and welcome to VOP Business Show. I'm Kayla Abraham. The federal government held a crucial meeting with the leadership of the Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) and the Trade Union Congress (TUC) to address the dispute arising from the removal of the subsidy on premium motor spirit. The statement signed by the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, revealed the key points discussed and resolutions reached at the end of the meeting held on Sunday. The meeting, chaired by the Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila, had several ministers, governors, and the National Security Advisor, Malam Nuhu Ribadu, in attendance representing the federal government. This meeting followed the development that the President disclosed that for the next 6 months, an average low-grade worker will receive an additional 25,000 naira per month. The announcement was made in his nationwide broadcast as part of the program of events marking Nigeria's 63rd independence anniversary celebration. On the other hand, the organized labor has rejected President Tinubu's 25,000 naira provisional wage increment for the average low-grade worker to cushion the effect of the removal of the petrol subsidy. The National Labour Congress has called for an emergency National Executive Council meeting. This development came shortly after a meeting with the federal government, which was chaired by Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila. In a statement signed by the NLC's General Secretary, Emmanuel Ubuaja, the virtual meeting is scheduled for Monday, October 2nd. Government at the federal, state and local levels and banks gained about 2.21 trillion naira following the exchange rate unification policy of the Central Bank of Nigeria. The Federation earned 834.4 billion naira exchange difference revenue between June and August 2023 as the 5 top-tier Nigerian banks, known as FUGAs, ranked in about 1.38 trillion naira from Forex revaluation gains. The figure for the Federation's exchange difference revenue was based on the monthly communiques from the Federation Account Allocation Committee. Financial statements of First Bank, UBA, Zenith, Access, and GTB for the first half of 2023 were analyzed for the Forex gains. However, some top manufacturers suffered foreign exchange losses of 495.4 billion naira, according to their financial statements for first half of 2023. The federal government has issued its first wholesale gas supply license for 500 million standard cubic feet of gas per day to an indigenous firm to deepen gas utilization across the country. It issued the license to Uhuru Trading Limited, stating that Section 142 of the Petroleum Industry Act provided for the issuance of the license, which was required to guide commercial activities along the gas value chain. The Chief Executive of Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, Farouk Ahmed, presented the license to Uhuru Trading Limited on behalf of the government in Abuja. He stated that the company was being presented with a third-party gas supply license to purchase natural gas directly from any lease or third party. Ahmed also noted that the milestone would reinforce the government's commitment towards attracting foreign direct investment and other forms of capital inflow into the domestic economy, as well as improve the living conditions of Nigerians. Nigeria Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative (NATI) has urged the federal government to review the provision of the Petroleum Industry Act, which provides for 30% fee deduction from oil and gas profits by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited. NATI 2021 Oil and Gas Industry Audit Report, which made this recommendation, noted that the section does not provide clarification as to what percentage goes for Frontier Exploration Fund, and NNPCL management fee. Naija also indicated that the provision of the PIA 2021 provides that the Minister of Petroleum Resources and the Minister of Finance will, within 18 months of the effective date of the identity and transfer assets, interests, and liabilities of NNPC to NNPCL, the provisions of the law has not been effected. Naija disclosed that despite the failure to transfer the assets, NNPCL has taken over all the Federation assets in the JVs and operation as a business entity. Naija revealed that the implication of the discrepancy between the records indicates that there is no independent third-party confirmation of product importation volume and subsidy value. The International Monetary Fund has suggested key steps to be taken by Nigeria and other sub-Saharan African economies to reverse the debt trap. Data from the Debt Management Office (DMO) shows that Nigeria's total debt stood at $113.4 billion at June 30, 2023. As of December 31, 2022, the total public debt stock was 46.25 trillion naira. The naira devaluation had spiked Nigeria's debt position to current level. IMF advised Nigeria and other economies within the region to establish clear debt goals that balance debt sustainability with development objectives rather than just focusing on short-term deficits. Also, African countries should undertake fiscal adjustments to bring debt back to a safer level. Analysis by IMF noted that many countries in the region must cut their budgets shortfalls in the years ahead. For the average country, the amount of adjustment is about 2 to 3% of GDP. The IMF also suggested that sub-Saharan African countries should be non-reliant on expenditure cuts to reduce their fiscal deficits. Although this may be warranted in some circumstances, revenue measures like eliminating tax exemptions or digitalizing filing and payment systems should play a greater role. And that's all on VOP Business Show and VOP TV. We would like you to subscribe and engage us on YouTube. It is Voice of the People TV, and on other social media platforms at VOP TV Live. I'm Kayla Abraham. Thanks for watching.